time again, y'all.
We back.
Wednesday night, 7 p.m. You know what you're smoking to.
I am Pecky Chan.
I am Paraganja.
We got Dre Day all day in the house.
All day.
He's our captain. I like to call him my captain.
Yeah.
I'm not a comedian, apparently. Go ahead.
And you tuning into the Packing Ganja Show.
Yeah!
All the way live, all the way live.
We got Mr. Saggy My Jeans in the house.
Yes, yes.
Senor, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó?
We got LC the Don, 88 in the house.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We got a blunt sparked in the house.
Yes, yes.
You already know the lifestyle.
What did Karis want?
Up in rotation.
LC, how come you don't like dabs?
I mean, I'm not against it, but you know, I used to dab all the time, but I don't want to get like ultra faded. Like, oh my goodness.
You got to get
Can you get ultra faded and still drive?
We'll call you an Uber.
Haven't did that yet. I mean, I got faded and drove, but I haven't got ultra faded.
And drove.
I probably had to rest for a minute. Like,
Hey,
let me kick the seat.
I
back.
noticed you got chunky, bro. Welcome to the chunky.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chunky club.
Shit.
Hey, that's what
I was
everybody-
rude.
Welcome to the chunky club, bro.
Hey, that's what everybody
chunky.
keeps saying.
Shots
though,
fired.
too. Hey, but that's gonna inspire me to really like start losing weight though.
Yeah, I am gonna try to lose weight myself, especially with
You get started a new group, the Fat Boys?
Me about to be a dad. I want to be among my son's life as much as possible.
Yeah.
So my girl got into my head like, you need to start eating healthy. You need to do this and this and that, because I don't want you dying on our son at age 50 and shit. And I'm 50. I'm 12 years away from hitting 50. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Hey, don't worry though. Hey, in due time, I'm gonna be back to nice, slim, and trim. Don't even trim.
Yeah, it's all good. Like, you know what I mean? Shit, you know.
Yeah, I know,
but
but
summer. But, you know, I actually just started getting back on the bike. So it's slowly, surely. But, you know, I have noticed the changes.
Have you always been slim?
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't gotta try to do this, but in reality, everybody has to think about their health because, like, we're dying at a quick rate. Like, especially with all this, like, people doing all these drugs, like rest in peace Mac Miller, that shit is crazy. Like, I got people that I've lost to, like, you know, in this age bracket, so it's like crazy.
Rest in peace, Machine Gun Kelly.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Have you guys
Boom,
heard that
shaka,
shot
laka,
yet?
laka.
Hey, man.
I saw that coming, for real. I really saw that coming because when I heard the diss, everybody was so geeked up about it. But I was thinking like,
bro,
okay, his lyrical combinations wasn't really all that to me, you know? So I was like, all right, I know Eminem was really going to come with it.
See, I gave him credit though for coming at him. And he did have a couple like love texts, a couple jets, but dude, Eminem just came and all right, fool, I'm about to spank the shit out of you real quick.
Man.
Well, you know who I wanted to go at him lyrically, but I knew it was gonna happen. He's just gonna go on his podcast and talked about it. But was
Jamar.
I wanted Lord Jamar to do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to see him come out and be that brand Nubian Lord Jamar that will still step up to the battle, to the plate. You know what I mean? Because I think he still has it. Yeah. Lord Jamar, I think, is still ill as fuck. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
But then again, like I said, that could be my bias. I grew up on Brand Nubian.
Right.
But I want to see that. I would, you know, I know he's going to go on Vlad and talk about it.
But how about this?
And
I have one thing to say, though. I have
Hold-
one thing to say real quick. What about Jay Electronica? We were talking about that because he was taking shots at Eminem, too, recently.
But think about it like this.
Yeah.
With Machine Gun Kelly, like Eminem laid it out for every white rapper that he was.
That's true.
Even wants to step up to the plate and challenge that to do something and get some clout from it. Machine Gun Kelly did exactly what he's supposed to do by getting to that level of notoriety with that song.
I give him credit for that.
I'm pretty sure if we start digging, there's a whole lot of songs that of people rebuttaling stuff, but it's not surfacing. So MGK did his job by piggybacking off of that. Now Eminem did his job by getting everybody's ear from a certain generation and keeping himself relevant because he talked about a lot of people. You know what I mean? I think it's dope for hip hop. If people want to jump on it, it's gonna add fuel to the fire, which is a great conversation because Eminem conversation is a safe conversation. You can't go wrong with an Eminem conversation.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And you know what? I mean, even though I do think, you know, M got him, I had to give it up for Machine Gun Kelly for actually stepping up to the plate and doing it.
That's what
you know what I mean? Because I was expecting, like I said, I still hope Lord Jamar does. With Jay Electronica, I mean, I know he sent out that tweet and everything, and then I know he deleted his social media. I'm hoping he did it just so he could focus maybe he's going to jump in the lab and come out with something, because I think he is probably one of the MCs that I think he could really give an M a run for his money.
A lot of people are saying that if Joe Budden could give him a run for his money too. Do you think so?
But Joe Budden retired.
Yeah.
I think Joe Budden got bars.
Joe Budden say he's.
My question is though,
He's
do you
the
think that
Breakfast Club, he's not coming
do you
back.
think he's got the bars though to go up against him?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
He's
what I'm asking.
Slaughterhouse. He's Slaughterhouse. I think they
Yeah.
train in the same camp. I definitely think his tool is sharp enough to get at him.
Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, but I got a question though. Like,
Rusty.
I'm kind of out of the loop. So, what did M say about Lord Jamar?
He says something about Lord Jamar, something about you better leave me the fuck alone. I forgot what else, but
Because Lord Jamar called
You know, I should
Eminem
look
the
it
Elvis of hip hop.
yeah.
He said he was the Elvis of hip hop.
So
I mean,
let's
he
see.
is.
Let's see
So,
what.
He is.
so he hasn't responded. All he did was respond on his podcast, or what? Did he say
Yeah.
anything? No?
No, he just like he said this is what he's been waiting for. You know, he's glad that he heard it, but he still thinks that Eminem is not like the best rapper out there, like everybody. So many people are claiming.
Okay.
And I agree, he's not,
Not
the best.
now.
He's not the best,
Not
but he
now.
is one of the best. You know what I mean?
Of course not now.
When? Where?
when he was doing that crazy ass shit that he was doing, like
Alright.
all them drugs included.
Hey, the
That's what he was
Eminem.
eating.
Hey, the Eminem show was.
I'm
my
looking
shit,
it up.
though.
I'm looking up the exact.
Thank everybody for tuning in.
Trying to find it now. I'm going back to the Vlad TV.
The Slim Shady
What was
LP,
it
that shit
that-
was the dope.
Hey yo, but that Kamikaze one though, that album was dope. There was just 2 songs I didn't like, but other than that, the whole album was dope.
Yeah, my head was nodding too, man. I was happy to hear Eminem rapping.
Yeah.
Period. And it wasn't whack. Like it was like a 75% Eminem. I was like, oh, like it's like an old dude that used to box. You know, he doesn't. He still got like, but he ain't hitting as hard, and he ain't moving as fast. But you be like, he'll still knock you out. Like,
Yeah,
what?
Yeah,
Damn,
have you seen the reactions though on YouTube?
I've seen some funny.
Bro, I see some funny ones where
I've
they're,
seen
they're
some-
like, oh shit, dude, thank you MGK for bringing Eminem back, you know, because they do.
Have you seen any of the parodies?
No.
There's parodies of Eminem like rapping the skimmity scop the skull.
It was scat rap, but it was imitating
Here it is.
Eminem.
I have the line he said to Lord Jamar. I found it.
No.
As far as Lord Jamar, you better leave me the hell alone, or I'll show you the Elvis clone. Walk up in his house you own.
He's talking about hip hop.
Thrust your pelvic bone. Use your telephone and go fetch me the remote.
I belong
Put
here.
my feet up just like myself at home. I belong here, clown. Don't tell me about culture. I inspired the Hobsons, the Logics, the Coles, the Shawns, the K Dots, and the 5-9s and O. Brought you the world 50 Cent. You did squat, but you piss and moan.
Hey, he has to respond to that.
Yeah,
He has to.
he has to.
down.
Yo, Jamar, as a fan, I want to see it. Like, you know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, I hope it goes. You get into it more than just a Vlad conversation. You know what I mean? Like a Vlad interview. Because I believe you have it. I believe in it, and that's. I could see that really happening and stuff like that. And I think especially as far as because he's a person. Sometimes I notice from comments. I know the younger generation always wants to call him like the old man that's just always complaining and all that. But in reality, y'all don't know he has bars. Like, you know, and like I said, if you check them brand Nubian albums, you know what I mean? I mean, he inspired the Dead Presidents.
But he has to step to this
he
platform
has
to actually display it.
That's
like,
true.
He can't sit on the cloud that nobody can see.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I wanted to see him come out and show them. Okay,
It's
you know what? Y'all
mandatory.
say this about me.
Perfect
come out.
opportunity.
You know what I mean? And
Mandatory.
I would
Perfect
love to see it.
opportunity.
You know what I mean? It's perfect time. You know what I mean? You know, perfect opportunity.
Perfect.
Like I said, but he had a few people that he on there.
Like
So-
people could jump through the window and get some light with those
Yeah.
verses. Like they could be like, "Oh, Eminem this," and be like the most trashy.
Eminem
nobody,
diss him.
you know. But people could jump into that category like Eminem diss, period, because they could be like, "Oh, he was talking about me right there," and then just jump in. You know, because he talked about so many people.
We could talk about
Yeah.
like I want to see this person respond, but do you think they're going to respond?
No, I highly doubt it.
Probably, yeah.
Highly doubt it.
That's where I give Machine Gun Kelly his props because
Yeah.
he's the only one who's responded.
He
Yeah,
gets extra
who-
points for that.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
who else
He
has
gets
responded?
brownie points for that shit, like you said.
Yeah.
But nice try.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think he could have came way harder compared to what I've heard of him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Did you guys see that one video of him getting booed at the Fallout Boy concert?
I heard about that though.
Bro, so
Yeah.
the story is that he went on stage. He's opening up for a Fallout Boy. He goes on stage wearing a sweater or a jacket, right? And he asks the fans to put up their middle fingers to take a picture. He turns around, takes off his sweater or jacket, and then he's wearing the Kill Shot shirt.
Yeah.
You know, and he's basically saying, "Oh, he made it look like those were his fans, that it was his concert, but he was opening up for Fallout Boy. Those were Fallout Boys fans." You know what I mean? And a lot of Fallout Boys fans started calling him out. You know, and in the video you can actually see, because he even says, "Yeah, I heard that weak ass shit, but it just goes what I said. Weak knees, weak of old days. The real Slim Shady can't stand up," and he goes into Rap Devil. But you could hear the crowd drying him out. Boo, boo.
Like, why did he use that? We don't want to see this.
You know what I mean? And then people were calling him out. Like, let's talk about how that's not your fan base. That wasn't your concert.
yeah.
How you tricked everybody to put up their middle fingers when woo. He got like a big backlash.
He's like,
about
yo,
that.
there's people that are 50 right there talking about, oh, I'm scared.
I think this battle is really going to be good for hip hop in a sense that you know what I mean. It's going to just show, like, I think it's powerful. It shows that the youth also is strong enough to compete. I think so there's a lot of the young cats also at the same time. We're tired of hearing sometimes the older, oh nah, that's whack. In my days, and that's not the case. I think, you know, they're part of the evolvement of hip hop.
Right.
Like a lot of the new sounds, it may not be the same boom bap and so, but you know what? There's beautiful sounds coming. I believe out of the trap, out of the whole little soulful sounds.
Every
I
urban
respect
community,
the-
every youth community has a little hip hop in it for sure. Like, you come in, that's your rites of passage as a teenager. You know what I mean? Like, just to be involved with hip hop in some sort of way.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You know what's interesting about this battle though? When the last time you heard of MGK before this battle? Like,
I've heard of him for a while.
I've heard of
I'm a
him.
hip hop.
I heard his
I
name pop up. I never
didn't really
listened to
follow
his
his
music.
music. I think
I
I might have
listened
heard
to
a
his
couple
music.
songs,
Like,
just wasn't
couple
feeling
songs.
it.
I probably-
but,
okay,
Like me, I've heard probably all of his songs, but I don't listen to him like in my rotation. Like, let me go listen to some MGK. But
Okay.
when people on a certain level of notoriety hit the surface, I listen to their music just to see if they're dope. And if they're dope, I'm like, oh, I'll fuck with their shit if I hear their name on it.
You know what's
Okay.
sad? You know what's sad though, that it took Mac Miller's death for me to start listening to his music.
That's crazy.
It's whack that it had to be that point, but
It's sad you listen to Mac Miller music.
I went into some of his music. Some of his music is pretty dope.
hey, it was the same.
I don't care what Dre says. He's an asshole.
I
it was,
mean,
it was the
yeah,
same way
so-
with me with Sean Price. Like,
Oh, for
a
real?
lot of the
Vito's, like,
homies
I was
used
a
to
boot
tell me
camp
about.
clique,
Yeah,
like-
used to tell me.
Yeah, like boot camp like was different. Like, I remember being a little kid. You know those little magazines they used to newspaper magazines they used to come and in the back they had like send in this thing and pick whatever cassette tape you want.
Yeah.
You know, pick like 10 of them, right?
The BMG.
You know what I'm saying? Bill Later type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Columbia House.
Yeah, like, man, I used to run those up. Like, I swear, I used to be like Sean P. Like, I used to just be on that, all that underground grimy shit. And boot camp was killing, like, rock and rock. Like, that was ill, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I started listening to some new artists that haven't been new, but they're new to me. Like Danny Brown.
Danny Brown's been a while.
Dude,
Man, he's
him.
fire.
I started listening to him. It's like, whoa.
But he's our generation, though. Like,
But the only
literally,
reason
like,
I
our age.
I found out about him because I was looking up into more Eminem, Royce the 5'9" music, and there's a Royce the 5'9" song where it's Royce the 5'9", Big Sean, Eminem, who else? Danny Brown.
And he has his voice is nuts.
Jail, some chick, I forgot his name. Her name's
no, it's Dej Loaf.
Dej Loaf.
Oh, Dej Loaf is fire, too.
Dude, that's how I found out about it. I never even heard about them until I found out about that one song by Royce the 5'9".
Yeah,
Man.
she has that cool,
Well,
laid back flow.
That lets you know the value of collaboration in hip hop.
Yeah. So
Like, we're our own
if
historians.
it wasn't for that song, I wouldn't even know who they were.
And we are the pioneers of every aspect of hip hop. Like, some people would think, okay, yeah, these people started it. Cool, great. But you guys are the generation of being the dirt, the foundation of this shit. Like, you guys have to stay in the dirt and the foundation of being hip hop to say, yo, I started this shit, right? Cool. We're building this shit. You know what I mean? And whoever's active at any given point in time that's associated with this type of beat is sculpting hip hop as we speak. From the listener that's listening right now, that's like sitting back, do hip hop, like it, keep hip hop in your life. There's dope MCs with dope stories, with dope concepts, with dope messages, with stuff that you could like. You got a variation now, like, and you got direct access with it. If you're watching this, like, if you're online, you're watching this, you got direct access. Listen to real shows from people from the culture. Like, I grew up hip hop personally, so it's like to be a fan of hip hop, to remember certain parts of my life when hip hop was playing in the background and was connected. I think it's a valuable thing. You know what I'm saying? Other genres are cool. Hip hop is doper. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not saying yo let's dope out. Like, no, we say dope. Like, this shit is dope as fuck.
And
like,
to expand on what you're talking about, like, I feel like algorithms today is like crazy. Like, you got all these social media platforms where, you know, you basically have an open lane to really promote yourself and put yourself out there. Because if you check like a show like Wild 'N Out, right? Basically everybody is from social media. Yeah. You know, like DC Young Fly, and, you know, just
Watch on me, Quan.
Yeah. You know, like that's amazing. You know, in a sense, you know, like.
And if you pay attention to the culture, like, you can literally see like these people go from 700 followers doing the same thing and busting. Okay, they have 2,000 now. Okay, they have 3,000. Okay, they have 4,000, and all they're doing is the same thing online. Like, it's not about what they're doing extra. It's about doing the same thing that's working, getting them 200, 300 fans every time. That's what they're at. Like, that's what they're doing. And for like, think about like Watts Homie Quan. He sat back and went in, printed up his own shirt. Like, he's documenting the whole process about him getting on like Wildin' Out. And me personally, I remember walking down Melrose, and when Nick Cannon owned PNB Nation, the clothing company, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Man, it was that white building, whatever. All I see is like a Phantom or something, all white, jump, like, pull up. I happen to be in the store minding my business. Here he goes walking in, young entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? You could tell, like, yo, I could touch you. You know what I'm saying? You're touchable. What up, Nick? Oh, it's fly. Like, yo, that's crazy. You got stupid bread. You're right here in your store. You driving a dumb, stupid whip. You know what I'm saying? And this is before he was even jumping with Wildin' Out. Crazy. Yeah. Like, he's had some of the most hottest stars on Wildin' Out. Like, these booking agents are making a lot of money off of that show.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true, yeah.
Like, he's making a lot of money. Like, he's representing a part of hip-hop that's cool.
Yeah.
It's clean.
That's true.
It's making bread for everybody.
Yeah, even though people want to label him as corny, he's still out there doing his thing.
We need corny stuff for the white kid.
That's the old Nick. That's the old Nick.
No, what he's doing, if at a certain degree, Wildin' Out is still corny. Yeah, it's like the Double Dare, like, you know what I'm saying,
of hip hop. Yeah.
Now, I think it's dope because that gives the white parents, or those. Let's not say white parents. Let's not
conservative
be racist.
Parents.
Conservative, the ones that aren't comfortable with hip hop.
Suburbia.
You know.
Yeah.
Something safe to let their kids watch.
Yeah.
Period. If they're gonna let them watch a music video on MTV, they gotta let them watch Wildin' Out.
That's true.
And those people on Wildin' Out is from the streets. Like, they put Charlie Clips, they put all these battle rappers, different.
Man,
like, it's fire.
That gave him some juice though too.
That did.
That kind of steer him away from the corny side, like what we used to, you know, the Nickelodeon and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
you know, and honestly, I don't think he's like one of those cats that I don't think, you know, I know he was calling out Eminem, and I don't think he has a chance there, but I think he has some all right skills. I think if he wanted to, he could really put himself to it. And
he made a hit on the Billboard chart. Like,
yeah,
like people don't do that.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's not like. I don't think anybody in this room has a Billboard hit right now.
Nope.
Right? Speak for yourself.
And, you know, like, I'm just saying. Like, I know for sure he's sitting on awards. You know what I'm saying? And I think that shit is crazy because, like, it's an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Besides him doing, like, the drum line and all that extra stuff. Like, yo,
that's the payday right there.
He was representing hip hop in a cool way.
He's getting money off of that still. Drumline, all that stuff. Yeah, so
those movies are the payday.
Right.
Yeah, that's his check.
If you do a money in a sequel, that's $1.5 million easy.
Oh,
Easy, right?
Easy.
Overnight,
bro.
overnight. Especially with all like the Netflix and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And they played a lot. Like if you look at like from everywhere from TBS to BET, it's pretty often that movie gets played on there. So you know he gets some kind of royalty.
How much you think he got for a special at Showtime?
I didn't know he had a special at Showtime.
You had a special on Showtime?
Yeah, that's why he got kicked off America's most
America's
talented.
It was like a comedy show or
Because he
something.
was talking shit about NBC, how they were corny, and they were
like it was like a stand-up show or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Hey, he was telling the truth, and they booted his ass out. So.
Well, he was saying like, "Yo, I almost got my black card taken away from me for working on the show," and they're like, "What the fuck?" Next day.
That's crazy.
Suspended.
All right, so we're gonna get to some news. Dude.
Now hold on, I want to talk more about Nick Cannon.
Nah, fucking Nick
We
Cannon.
didn't even get to the whole fucking Mariah part.
Ooh,
I know. Hey,
damn.
hey, you got to give him that. And yeah, he had
Bro,
Mariah for some time.
bro.
Like,
Yeah, they got a child, right?
You think he hit it hard
Yeah.
where she hit
He has
that
twins
note? She
with
was
it,
like,
doesn't
"Oh."
that's all it was. He was like, oh my god.
I was like, "Ooh, I want to hit that again."
Ooh, Mary Poppins.
Dog,
Ooh.
man, you know what? I want her back in the day, not the crazy Mariah now. You know, not the,
actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I
Emancipation
think
of
to
Me
me, I
shit.
think she looks better now, as like in her
For real?
40s. I don't know. I like.
Bro,
the
Hey,
but
you
thickness.
know who
the
looks
mentality,
bomb right now?
you
You know who
got-
looks bomb right now? Okay, so
Halle Berry?
me and my girl were watching
Halle Berry?
that one movie,
Halle Berry look bomb all the time.
Gravity.
All day.
Gravity.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock's still looking fine, and she's
Yeah,
54.
she's good. But who? Sandra
54?
Bullock or Halle
Sandra-
Berry?
Halle Berry all day.
Oh, Halle,
Berry.
of course.
Come
but
on,
Sandra
I'll be
Bullock's
like,
still
wait,
bomb.
wait. Go put on the Storm outfit. Go put on the Storm outfit, and then let's do this.
I like Halle Berry and Monster.
Oh, so you're trying to smut her around
Monster
like
Ball,
all
with-
quick.
with Billy Bob Thornton, that
Yeah,
sexy where he's just like,
You're a
ooh,
nasty
ooh.
fucker. You're a nasty
He was just
Tell her
tearing
yourself.
that pussy up, bro. It's like shit.
X-rated, X-rated.
Hey, but you know who really looks good though? Surprisingly, Jada Pinkett's mom. You
Oh,
should
Jada-
look her up.
Whoa.
Jada Pinkett's mom?
Her mom?
Yes, her mom. She got that body. She got like you can see her in the.
What about that one chick from Empire, Taraji?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Taraji.
Oh yeah,
Taraji.
oh, yeah,
She
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 hot.
looking fly.
Man,
Man, we're just talking about beautiful women now, but Halle
Yeah.
Berry. Though.
Jada Pinkett's mom. You need
that's,
to Google
that's
her.
she was in a league of her own
Hey,
by herself.
I don't give a fuck what
while.
anyone
Yeah.
says. Alicia
You can't
Silverstone.
tell-
Alicia Silverstone, bro.
You can't tell if she's
Alicia
black,
Silverstone.
Colombian. She could be Mexican.
Bonus.
She could be Cuban, Puerto Rican. I
You
don't
hear
know.
me? You
Halle
hear
Berry.
me? You hear me? Alicia Silverstone.
Whatever
still
you
looks
want to
bomb.
be, that's what she is. Samoan. She could be that.
European.
Oh, and
Could she be
Ice-T.
Chinese?
Yeah, she could be Chinese.
I don't know if she could pass for Chinese.
No, okay, you're right. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it.
Samoan.
I'm
push
pushing
She
it.
could be
Okay.
mixed
I-
breed.
I don't even know
she
if
could
it's
be
Samoan.
Vietnamese.
Okay.
She could be Vietnamese.
She be
Maybe Filipino.
Filipino.
Filipino and
Filipino.
Vietnamese.
Filipino.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
Filipino.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go back.
I don't know
to
about Vietnamese,
Asshole.
but Filipino or Cambodian.
She could fit show pass for Cambodia all day.
All right, check this out. I was going through some news and shit.
Now we-
and-
now we
and-
should-
and,
I don't want to see this.
I came
shit.
across this.
Ah.
Man cries out in agony as Stingray hooks his spiny tail to his genitals.
it. Now, what's that code for?
Or he was probably trying to have sex with a stingray.
For real.
Nah.
I think he was fucking.
that's what I was
I think he was fucking a seal, and the stingray came up to.
He said, "Hey, that's my seal."
yeah
Where the sting him at?
on his penis.
No, his stingray, his thorny tail, got lashed onto his ball sack.
Ooh.
That sounds like some sexual play was involved in
Damn.
that.
No, it's not.
And how would he get that far from the water?
One.
Well, I'm saying he was
Put
swimming.
that on his balls.
It was somewhere
Yeah.
in some Asian city or country, whatever.
Did he
But
drag? He drugged that. He got stung in the water on his balls by a stingray. So
Ouch.
isn't in the fairy tale? Don't they like electrocute your ass or some shit?
No, those are eels.
Okay, all right.
Eels,
So,
okay.
so
real,
stingray.
apparently.
But a
stung his ass.
stingray is the reason why the crocodile guy, what's his name?
He
Steve
got
Irwin,
into- it
Sturgeon
got into
Steve
his
Irwin.
heart.
A
Yeah, he got grilled.
stingray got
So they
through
stung his
heart.
ass. So that shit stung his ass, which it was supposed. It was supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to be out there playing with the
He
stingray.
felt threatened.
Yeah,
He felt threatened.
I feel bad for the stingray.
So do the thorn does it stay in there once they
No, it
remove
just
the
latched-
stingray?
it just
No, I
latched
think it's
on,
like
I
a
think-
bone that's connected.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like thorny, so
Yeah.
it just latched onto his testicle, and they had to like unhook it somehow.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Man.
He was,
But he still has to
fishing.
go
He
to the
got
hospital.
fished. He got caught like fish.
He got stingray fish, not catfish. He got stingray
reverse
fish,
fish.
bro.
All right, so
You
everybody
know he's traumatized from the water. You know
keep his
that.
genitals in your prayers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our prayers are.
I think the ocean
to a quick recovery. We wish him
I
a
hope
quick
he
recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
do wish
Dre,
he-
where
Careful
are
in
you,
the
bro?
ocean. No, you didn't hear about that dude getting bit by killed by a shark?
Oh yeah, he was got jumped up.
Yeah, like some dude just got eaten. You know, so I think the ocean animals already have a thing out for us. Period. As humans, like they've already teamed up and communicated this.
Yeah.
They're fishing for us and eating us alive.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
Now I like to say this next video that I'm gonna show you is okay. We go by off of whatever we post on our Peck and Ganja page, and who has the most what has the most views. And we have made this known before. We have a lot of Ratchet fans. We love our Ratchet fans, but dude, some of the ratchetest shit gets
Is what
the
gets
most
the
likes.
most likes and the
Paragon,
most comments.
Those are your fans, Paragon?
I
Those
don't
are
even
our
know,
fans.
baby.
I love them all. I love all our fans, Ratchet or not. But
It's probably a little bit more of
guys-
packages, but
you
I know
guys
I
know-
got some Ratchet fans.
you guys know who
so.
Kendall Jenner is, of course, right?
Yes.
Check this
Okay.
out.
She's about to bust her ass.
I bet I see this.
Damn.
She's drunk. She was
No,
drunk.
but
right?
yeah.
She
but-
had to be.
That bitch.
the funny part. Okay.
That's a throwback to when she was a baby and she was dropping her head.
Look at that girl behind her, all right?
All right.
And as soon as
Go full
she
screen.
hits the fucking floor,
Uh-oh.
look at her expression. That's the most classic expression
I never
ever.
seen the-
All right,
Probably
watch the
busted
girl
a
behind her. Watch the girl behind her. Not even
Damn.
oh,
She just
She's
laughed.
like-
She saw that coming.
she's like,
She
oh
said,
my
oh,
She was
God.
waiting for it, like, wait, up there. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, that's
Look, she gonna fall, Look.
Boop. She had time too. She could have looked. She pointed. Look, no, hold on. Rewind it a little bit more. You can see the whole thing. She was looking at her get up there first, looked away, knowing that she was gonna fall. The other girl pointed. Look, grab her. She's falling. Watch. Even before, look, from just a little bit more.
Okay. Win. All the way?
All right, right there. Look, she's looking at her, knowing. You saw that, right?
Oh, yeah,
She
finger.
had time. She was already
She
falling.
was not trying to grab her.
She was already falling.
She's still not down there. It was the other people that are way behind her that got there.
For the friends.
So you
That-
know
that-
she didn't give a fuck.
Scandalous.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you that expression was what kind of like made me want to post it to begin with and
Okay.
shit. That shit was hilarious. Bro.
What do they call it? The true fall?
The truth.
Trust fall?
Trust fall,
Oh,
yeah.
Trust me.
Do you trust me? Not
It's
right
because
now.
that bitch was hoping she was gonna land on her face, and they're like, "Yes, I'm gonna get paid.
Oh.
I'm gonna get paid now."
Sure.
All right, so Peck and Ganja show would like to send their condolences out to
Oh yeah,
Bob Morales,
the real Bob.
the real Bob, from Richie Valens' older brother, who recently passed away.
Crazy. That fool has my middle name. Valens.
Valens. Who really?
Yeah.
Well, that's true,
Yeah.
huh?
Extra rest in peace.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys ever seen the movie La Bamba?
That's a dope movie, dude.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit
Epic.
is an epic ass movie.
Yeah.
and
They should
shit, you know
redo
what I
it.
mean? No,
No,
Yeah.
no,
No, we don't.
no, don't give them ideas, bro.
Do it.
Don't give
gonna fuck it
Hollywood
up.
ideas. They already
No,
fucked
who,
it up.
who are they gonna
It's-
get?
it's
They-
I don't know. I
Michael
just want-
Pena?
No, Bruno Mars.
I just want to Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars as Bob? Maybe. You know
Well,
what?
he is
Maybe.
half Puerto Rican.
maybe.
as Richie.
No,
That
not
fool be
Richie.
Richie.
No,
Come
get
on,
Luke,
fool.
get Lou Diamond Phillips again, but it's old
Nope,
Richie.
they
What
gonna,
the fuck?
we all know they're gonna get Johnny Depp in it. and
Justin
everything.
Bieber is Richie.
They're
Oh,
gonna
they
get, they're
do
gonna get
that?
Zac
No.
Efron. They're gonna get Zac Efron.
Nah, they do
Zac
that,
Efron
man.
can
I
do,
will so boycott that shit.
Zach or nothing.
No, I
Bro.
think but I think it'll be cool if they do like a remake.
Nah.
Just
They
bring
get
it
the
back.
kid from Coco.
Name a remake
That
that was
has to be
dope.
dope.
Name
Yeah,
a
the
remake
kid-
that was dope.
None.
Exactly. Some were taller, but like, okay, I guess.
I'm glad the- I'm
They put
glad-
a little
Honorable.
homage to
I'm
that
glad-
over.
you know what I think they should do with these movies instead of remaking them? I think they should just re-release them in theaters. That would be dope.
They do that.
Digitally remastered.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, but
they
like,
did it with Friday. I
They were a
remember.
bunch
They
of-
yeah,
they did.
but it was only for a day. But I went on that day. It was a 420, and it was the 20-year anniversary.
righteous.
So yeah, we went to that. But I could see that, or like I know for a while they were talking about remaking The Warriors, but setting in L.A. I was like, no, don't do that.
Nope.
And they were gonna
Don't
put
do that.
L.A. gangs
Don't
involved.
do that.
Why don't
No.
they just like do
No.
spin-offs like they did the Jason series?
Have you seen the
Do you-
the
do you
Purge?
like- do
The
you like
Purge
what they
spin
did?
off?
I love that Purge stuff.
Dude,
like
no,
they
there's a
could
TV show.
That's dope.
I haven't seen it yet. Is it dope?
I haven't seen it either.
Well, you know what I heard they are gonna work on is a Netflix that covers not remaking it, but they were gonna like I guess tell the story of how the gang became.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I could see that.
That would be
dope.
I think any
For which
branch
one?
of any
Which
show.
one?
is
The
cool.
Warriors.
They're doing a lot of prequels and sequels because they even thought about doing sequels.
prequels
Lord of the
are pretty
Rings.
dope because, dude,
Yeah.
the Nun. You know, I just found out that the Nun, the Conjuring, and Annabelle are all in the same universe.
Dope. Makes sense.
Yeah. As soon as my girl told me that, I'm like, wait, what? We sat down, we watched The Conjuring 1, The Conjuring 2, Annabelle 1, Annabelle Creation,
That's dope.
and she went to go see the
Write
Nun.
notes and shit.
Yeah. So like, so the Nun is
Now your kid's
basically
gonna
what
be,
starts.
now your
is
kid's
the-
gonna be
what
an evil
starts everything.
psychopath.
You're gonna be his
Oh
first
my
victim,
God!
Dre.
There's a big animal next to me, big and black.
Big and black.
Hey, come here, Hannah. Leave him alone.
It's not a gorilla, is it?
Hannah.
Super cool.
She loves me. She loves me.
She's like, I want some
That's
nubbins.
that's the mascot, the dog Hannah.
Yeah, man. But there's no good remakes. Dude, look at RoboCop. Look,
Yeah,
look at
that was
Judge, look
trash.
at Judge Dredd. Recall.
I didn't even like the original Judge Dredd, so the fact that they tried to
But
remake
RoboCop went through
I
a
remember
hard time.
Judge Dredd.
RoboCop
Judge
went through
Dredd.
a real hard time.
Bro,
Yeah.
that was the most
It did.
stupidest remake
Ever.
fucking ever, dude.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I heard Total Recall sucked.
Total Recall suck balls. You know what I mean?
Damn.
The ones that are tolerable are like the ones that
I haven't even.
that Ghostbusters one with all the girls.
That's fire.
That one was cool
Fire.
because they
Yeah, that's a little
brought,
switch up.
That's
They
a
brought back
switch up,
the
but that's
old
franchise.
cast.
That's
You know what I mean?
different.
That's
They
a-
franchise.
Yeah.
it.
When they try to remake it again,
Yeah,
that's
21
stupid.
Jump Street sucked.
Yeah,
That
that
sucks.
sucked.
The only funny part was my name is Jeff.
Yeah.
That's like the only funny part. I like.
Damn,
but,
just franchises. Mm.
What
But
else?
there's no really other
Yeah, you're
remakes, and they're trying to remake the Goonies.
No, don't do that.
They want to remake the Goonies, bro.
I'll put it like this. I'll give Goonies the credit if it does something like Little Rascals. Like, you know how they had the original Little Rascals, the
Yeah.
old school one,
That's
and
pretty
then they actually gave us a new one that
The
was
movie.
like, ooh, like, yo,
Yeah.
we get our own, and it was
Yeah.
It was pretty dope.
it was pretty, like,
I like
I
that movie.
like,
Okay,
yo.
I could understand that turning a TV show into a movie somehow. I
But
could
no,
see
but if
that.
they just the quality of it, because the Goonies was such an epic generational like movie.
Oh, yeah, but that's
it had
a movie.
quality.
Yeah.
If they do Goonies
They're also trying to remake the Lost
now, the
Boys.
same thing.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think it'll be
cult
sick.
classic.
Hey,
Let's
they're trying to remake the Lost Boys too.
Let's do Goonies in the Hood.
Interesting.
I heard they were gonna redo, or they were gonna do something, either a prequel, I think, to E.T.
I hate you.
They could
I
franchise.
I hate you for
ET.
hearing that.
What?
Sorry, they
How
were
the
gonna-
alien came from Mars to here? What? Like
I
ET
guess.
though.
Well,
No.
did you know that?
E.T.'s gonna come back
Let's
and
not
do
actually
the
believe it or not, you
do
know
the
that-
whole. He's gonna come
Hey.
back and do the whole Me Too movement and say that the human molested him.
You know that actually, believe it or not, I read this. I read this up. Supposedly, E.T. is actually the continuation from what was originally supposed to be a horror movie.
oh.
Poltergeist.
You know
It
that
was-
E.T.
and that where there were aliens attacking, and I guess he was against them, so they left him on Earth.
Hey, did you ever notice? Did you ever notice that?
And,
that E.T.
and that's
comes out
what
in
it
a
was.
Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Nah, he does.
Yeah.
Yoda.
No. Isn't one of the new ones that came out in the '90s?
Uh-huh.
I forgot. I don't know if it's Revenge of the Sith
Man, if they
or
put
Phantom Menace or whatever. You know.
like, fool, did you get home, fool?
But you know what? This is the
No,
thing.
they were Star Wars though, but like, there's a scene where
I thought you was calling home.
that
That
scene
you
where
went
they're
home.
all getting
You back.
together, the
spent that money on beer.
intergalactic
Oh.
united fucking whatever. They're in a room discussing about creating one nation and shit. And in one of the cubicles or one of the things where there's different races, there's an ET race right there, fool. And the only reason I even know about that shit is because
Crazy.
I seen that shit on YouTube. They pointed it out. Things
Man,
you
I
missed
think
on
that's
Star
cool.
Wars.
I think that's cool.
That's
This shit
because
is
Lucas
crazy.
and Spielberg were from the same like school. Like
Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go. It had something to do where Spielberg and
Yeah,
Lucas were
of
somehow
course, they
knew
were
each
all-
other, and then
They didn't blow each other. They knew each other.
I think in ET too, there's a Star Wars somewhere in there.
Interesting.
Where
I
it's
think
like
he has a
Yoda.
poster.
What
I
they're
think
trying
they have
to
a
say
poster
is
or
they got
something for
interconnected galaxies
Yeah.
in the multi-dimensional universe that we living in that we don't still know nothing about. Right?
Yes. Yes.
But actually, back to it though. That actually, and the reason why they didn't make the horror movie is because Spielberg didn't like he read both scripts, and he didn't like the horror movie. He just wanted to do that movie, the sequel. So he didn't feel it, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, this is not really working right." So they just stuck to making it E.T.
Yeah.
And that was it. But that was supposed to be the sequel to what was originally a horror movie.
Interesting.
Oh shit.
That's funny because Star Wars, they didn't want the first 3. They said, fuck your first 3. Fucking political drama and a fucking love story. Suck a dick. But 3, 4, 5? No. Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to take that shit.
You know what? And I still...
That's scary shit.
This is funny, though, but I still never seen any... Only ones I've ever seen were the 3. The Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back are the only ones I've ever seen.
See, that's what's fucked up. It's not called Star Wars. It's called Star Wars: A New Hope.
Yeah.
It's no longer just Star Wars. It was Star Wars, and then...
Well, see, that's how old school I am with seeing it. Like, I've only seen those.
I still have those 3.
So you seen it when like women couldn't vote?
Huh?
So you're seeing it when women couldn't vote then? Like, you want women in the kitchen.
I've never said any of that.
No,
Paragon says that he tells women, know your place.
No, I didn't say that. I just said
what you say, Paragon?
I
Say your
saw.
place, woman?
I never saw any of the other Star Wars after
13.
that. I never saw the prequels or the sequels and all that. So
no episode 1.
I tried to watch episode 1, but I knocked out. So I gotta do it. I can't do this late at night or something, and it can't be as uncomfortable as a couch.
Yo,
I am one of those people that just knocks
sleepy.
out.
Like you could watch that and they'll be so in dramatic mode, like, oh my god.
That's the first. That's the
happened.
first. The old ones, yeah. The old ones are
And then
slow.
the cuts are like 15 seconds. Like I'm watching you for 15, 30 seconds. Like now cuts are like real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now he's like.
And the problem with Star Wars is like the Marvel universe is you gotta watch everything and know everything to know about it. Because it's not just the movies.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the
story.
Clone
You gotta watch the
Wars.
stories
That's
and
the
Side
cartoon.
characters
And you know
all
what?
that
In Marvel
shit.
Universe, I still gotta
watched
watch
the Clone Wars.
Civil War again because I knocked out on that.
No, but I'm
They
saying
go deep,
drive
and like in
No,
the Clone
but what
Wars
I'm saying-
cartoons, they go deeper into other stories,
exactly.
backstories.
That's
and
what I'm
stuff like
saying.
that.
Clone Wars, the fucking cartoon. You have to legit. If you want to be a real fan, you gotta legitimately watch that shit because they'll give you actual
Yeah,
storylines.
that sounds interesting.
That's
You
how I
won't
found
get
out
anywhere
about.
else
That's how I found out
except
about
Clone Wars.
the backstory of
Bullshit.
of,
My kid knows more than me.
Darth Maul. How
Darth Maul.
he was kidnapped
It's
as
not
a
Darth,
kid.
it's Darth.
He was kidnapped as a kid, and then he was raised by Darth
Yeah.
Sidious and
Yeah.
everything. And it's
crazy.
crazy. It's crazy that the Clone Wars cartoons does go more into detail into a lot of like
The backstory. Yeah.
backstories of B characters.
So
or
what you
A
could do
characters.
is, if you don't want to deal with that, is you go online and some nerd who doesn't have a life who has watched that, he'll explain it to you, and then you can know how. Like, I knew what's up with that.
So basically, Clone Wars was like a Revolutionary War or something like.
There's another show called Star Wars Rebels or something. It's
Yeah.
another cartoon that also has a fucking storyline.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's other books that have been
Yeah.
written
Yeah.
that goes into other stories or like altered universes of
I
Star
hate it.
Wars.
Okay.
It's kind of crazy. Like you would never think that it was so much shit out there about Star Wars except
Right.
the movies.
I'm
But
terrified.
there's a lot of backstories that
Oh.
you won't hear in the movies.
The last thing I'll say about Star Wars, I don't know if you guys played video games, is Knights of the Old Republic. That shit was hard
Never
back in the
played it.
days.
I never
That shit
played
went
it.
like into the old history of it, like the
That's dope.
old history.
I want to be a fucking Star Wars character.
With VR, you can be.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, those shits are serious.
Did you guys ever see the new ones? Like the Han Solo one?
Nah.
That one was okay. I didn't mind that one.
Yeah.
The Force Awakening was not bad.
I just like the one.
Rogue
where
One, I didn't realize like
Where-
no,
What was this shit?
They were flying, and they were going zap 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 zap,
Nah.
and then they went down through the crack. That shit was the most epicest fucking shit in the world. That
Yeah.
was just like it. That just like changed my life. I was like, wow. And then to find out later that shit's a small toy with graphics, I was depressed. I really thought that was like, whoa, yo, they built that
That was a
shit.
documentary.
Yo, son.
That optical illusion really got you, huh?
Man, I was
Yeah.
man. They crushed my childhood, man.
All right.
The only one I haven't seen is the Han Solo journey.
So check this out. We didn't get a chance to talk to these other two stories I wanted to share. We're gonna take our break.
Breakeando.
We're gonna play some music from our guest,
Señor
Mr.
Baggy
Saggy My
Pantalones.
Jeans,
Que pues vos
and we're gonna take some dabs.
Tabiando.
So we'll be back. Peace.
Alright, got a piss. I'll be back.
You already know, man. It's your boy Rob 10. Mr. Sag in my jeans himself. Every day I think of different things, different actions in the end. We see what the lifestyle brings. Different thoughts, maybe we should just stick to our dreams. Stay ahead of the game with a sag in our jeans. Come on, I know people on the streets that thug, that been there and done that. A handshake and a hug. Survivors all around, and we soldiers of war, where we live by the gun and we die by the sword. If you feel that life is a struggle, I know it hurts. You gotta face it, dog. Be humble. Don't be the one that cause that scene. Be observant. Keep cool. You gotta have a sag in your jeans. Sometimes I think on a different thought that makes me crazy, like my whole life is falling apart. But in my head I'm alone, and in the flesh she's there. She's right next to a cat when I need her there. I've been happy knowing her since she was a teen. She made it feel okay to have a sag in my jeans. I ain't saying that this is a high school crush. This is more like forever, girl, you mean too much. Like a crayon to a wall, you a masterpiece. I paint a picture of my life and you know what it means. I've yet run into a girl that was just like you. Same mind, same heart, and loves hip-hop too. A sag in my jeans. Just because I got a sag in my jeans don't mean that I'm ghetto when I can't have a dream. I love hip-hop, I break to a beat. Might rhyme, I catch a tag when I walk on the street. A sag in my jeans. Just because I got a sag in my jeans don't mean that I'm ghetto when I can't have a dream. I love hip-hop, I break to a beat. Might rhyme, I catch a tag when I walk on the street. A sag in my jeans. I walk with a pop. You can see me on the block looking all hip-hop. Hanging out, getting spots, watching out for cops. Around here the people know who he is. They see us as adults, they know us when we was kids. They know about it, heard about the things that we did, like being from local crews and doing the first bid. It hurts, man, but I know I ain't perfect. So break down the swisher, pass me some surface. I've been around this lifestyle all my life. The sag in my jeans done got me striped. The sag in my jeans done got me in a fight. So I represent hip-hop until I die. It's like a religion, don't ask me why. Just bounce to the rhythm and pass on by. Then pass that beat to your sister and brother and realize we got hip-hop in one another. This is for us, the ones that put it on the map. So treat it with respect, we got hip-hop back. No need to slack, track what you rap. It's an urban community, they call it a trap. In reality, the ghetto does have a lot of raps, but we don't need immunities. Go ahead, take them back. Fuck it, so I might as well serve. Put a crate on a corner, stand on it and spit words with a sag in my jeans. Come on. Just because I got a sag in my jeans don't mean that I'm ghetto when I can't have a dream. I love hip-hop, I break to a beat. Might rhyme, I catch a tag when I walk on the street. A sag in my jeans. Just because I got a sag in my jeans don't mean that I'm ghetto when I can't have a dream. I love hip-hop, I break to a beat. Might rhyme, I catch a tag when I walk on the street. A sag in my jeans. I am just that guy, I be on that other trip. I'm still living in an urban environment, so don't ask why. Cause when you're raised in the hood with no lights, it's hard to think bright. And so I sing songs, little melodies and flows. They all know it's a classic, but the way it turns them on. Now I turn the lights down low, I raise up the volume and I twist up the Cali drum. I'm that new guy, they call me Rotten Rules. This is still the preview, the movie coming soon. I'm a howl at the man on the moon. He said I gotta use jet fuel to get past Neptune. And that was one real good move. I'm glad I got schooled by that one cool dude. It's a real sunny day, the sky all blue. I'm cool with Mother Nature and she cool with me too. Now, she passed me by, but I didn't see her. Then I took a look back, could that be her? That was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature. She looked me dead in my face, but I didn't recognize her. Then I took a look back and I couldn't find her. That was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature. Who made the honey sweet, slaved over pots and pans so we could eat. Offered beauty across the land 7 days a week. In a plan, she made roses grow out of concrete. Now give her a hand. Ring the alarm, and when she responds, you might see her face turn around and she's gone. You can see the genuine bond between dirty money and clean money. Can't we all just get along? It's been a long time, y'all, but I ain't tripping. See, that's the difference between right and wrong. I gotta keep my goons close cause they know who they are. And I don't think you should be getting involved. Mother Nature, she's so pure and she's so raw. She holds me down so I give her my all. Mother Nature, she's so pure, she's so raw. The winter, the spring, the summer, the fall. She passed me by, but I didn't see her. Then I took a look back, could that be her? That was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature. She looked me dead in my face, but I didn't recognize her. Then I took a look back. That was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature. Her name was Mother Nature.
Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How's everybody doing today? Or tonight, wherever it is. Yo, they call me Mr. SAG in my jeans, yo. Holla at your boy. I can rap about dollars and not make sense. Fight for change like Obama without cutting my wrist. I just grew up a little twisted. I'm a product of a unique circle. To my family, I really didn't mean to hurt you. I'd rather go back to playing with cars than seeing my big homies locked up behind bars. I'd rather go back to scratching my scars than putting in that work so I can shine and be the greatest. Running all that time to make it better than the latest. My heart is on my sleeve and I can't let nobody break it. My life is so amazing. My life is so amazing. Putting in that work so I can shine and be the greatest. Been grinding all that time to make it better than the latest. My heart is on my sleeve and I can't let nobody break it. My life is so amazing. My life is so amazing. They tried to tell us that we shouldn't do what we were doing, but we can never listen to the haters of our movement. If we can fly around the world, you know we gonna do it. We just go ahead and prove it. Just go ahead and prove it. I grew up in them streets. If you got beef, then we related. Every day I wake up and I say I'm
Yeah.
Damn,
Whoa.
I just had like a spiritual experience with that dad.
I know you was coughing up. You coughed up the way I usually cough up.
Hey, coughing up a lung.
Yes, I am.
Coughing up.
Yeah.
Because see,
Nice.
but see, the difference between me and you
Nice.
is the reason I'm coughing the way you
Yeah,
are.
you do a big fat
I did
glob.
a candy dab. You do a baby dab and you still cough like a hyena.
It's all good. It's all good. I still get high. I
Leave
only need a
him
little bit to
alone.
get me high, so
He-
I'm cool.
Paragon knows his limits.
I know what I need. That's the
I
thing.
like to tease him, man.
That's the thing. I just know what I need. I don't care what no one thinks.
But I'm gonna just let you guys know right now that no, you have nothing to worry about because there's still no marijuana deaths, so you're
All right.
good.
That's true.
Oh, I found out there was one. I'll explain how. There was
The
one
only-
in history.
The only,
Hold on.
The only way you
Alright.
can die from marijuana
No.
is if like a gang of marijuana falls on you.
Yeah,
That's
that'll-
exactly what happened.
Yeah,
this
that-
guy,
facts.
he had a stock, and I guess something it fell over,
Crazy.
and it crushed him because he had that much,
Makes
or I guess he got suffocated under. I don't know what happened, but he died.
Yup.
But that's the only way
What?
marijuana has ever killed anybody.
I would have tried to smoke it to free myself.
Deadly ass shit.
Hell yeah.
I'll smoke
fucking-
it to free myself.
Now
Damn it.
I'm scared of marijuana. Now it's a gateway to death. I could
Uh,
have
so-
it fall on top of me.
So there's one more news I did want to share.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, you guys. Well, we're gonna go back to the whole Eminem thing. Did you guys see his album cover?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kamikaze?
it was kind of
Yeah,
like
it was-
the intergalactic
License.
planetarius.
No, it's,
No, License to Ill.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, it was.
Let's pull up the license to ill
Oh my goodness.
because what I saw, that's what I thought. I
It's
thought
identical.
people were
This is-
sharing.
Wow.
When people shared it, I thought it was like, oh, today's the anniversary. I didn't realize right away
That's the license to ill. Okay. This is
And did he release his song for profit?
I'm not sure.
Beastie Boys don't play when it comes down to their copyrights, yo.
Lawsuit?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because they gotten sued.
Eminem.
and this is Eminem's cover.
There you go.
See, there's a good picture of the Beastie Boys and the Eminem cover.
Yeah, Eminem's cover do look beastie, but
So, according to Eminem, he did this in a way in order to pay homage to Beastie Boys. That
He paid homage?
that was his that was his way to pay homage to them. There was like nowhere like in disrespect. But according to the Beastie Boys, he never hit them up to ask them permission to mimic their album cover.
Yeah, he should have did that. I mean,
Maybe.
Well, I mean, you get one time to do a parody, if it's really a parody, and you know they probably released it for no reason, like on some for free.
Yeah.
You know, so it's later like, oh, well, if you sue us, we ain't make no money off of it. So,
yeah, they could go
but
that
he's
route.
about to do some shows. If he does some shows and they're playing that song, then Beastie Boys will hit him for a couple. Yeah.
But it's the
Beastie
song
don't
though.
play.
It's not the actual.
No, it's the album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the actual album cover.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
album
But I
cover.
mean, still, like if he makes money, because that was an EP or something, right? There, so there's like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like,
It was
like
multiple
8 songs, I
So
think.
if he starts making money off,
No,
of
it was
any of
11.
that,
Yeah.
It was 11.
Damn, the
12.
Beastie
tracks.
Boys tapping them show money, huh? Tapping them pockets.
I mean,
huh?
they don't play, man. They don't want.
But
this
do you
stuff.
think
Yeah.
he was right at doing that, even though his intention was?
He shoulda hit him
to
up.
pay respect to them.
Man,
Yeah, I
at
think-
the end of the day, yeah, he should have hit him up. If he he's in the industry, he's a professional. He should have hit him up.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing when you're just like, you know, it's a local artist doing a mixtape thing, but when you're like a big mainstream artist, that's even if you are dropping this underground style, you're still getting that attention, and somehow you are going to still make money off of it deep down the road. Whether you know, even
They're
if you give the
still, like-
songs out for free.
They're still alive. Maybe not all of them. They're still alive. They deserve
No.
the respect to
Yeah.
at least get hit up.
Yeah,
At least don't.
Because
yeah.
he's on that level
That's
where
true.
he could just hit a lawyer up and just be like, yo, send this to him on a
Oh, yeah.
courtesy real quick. Yo, let him know I'm doing this. And release it on the spot and get the backlash from being like, yo, we don't want that out. But
Yeah.
at least he gave him the courtesy of hitting them up.
Yeah.
You know, and they're alive. Like, you know, like.
That's all it really comes down to. I think to them is that
respect.
at least have the courtesy and respect to ask us before you do this.
yeah.
If you would have
Yeah.
asked us, maybe we wouldn't have no problem.
I'm sure
with
they
it.
probably would have been down with it.
But the fact that Eminem did
They're
it-
like the originators of white
I highly
rappers, like-
doubt they would have been cool with Eminem doing a diss song to MGK with their cover.
They would have been cool with it. They would have been
And
like,
all those
They-
other rappers.
You
You know what I'm
think?
saying? I don't think, like, if for free
uh,
and not make money off of that for free? Nah, I highly doubt they would have let that go for free.
That's true.
But you know he's still making money off of like the YouTube plays and hits and shit like
Yeah,
that, right?
but so he should have hit him off with some bread. Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He should have at least. They probably should have at least gave him like, you know, even if you're gonna give out for free, maybe an upfront. You know, this is what we charge for it.
Period. Yep. Be like, oh, that would be dope. Give us 20 bands.
Right?
Yeah.
20 bands each.
Yeah.
We're good.
Like, and then we want this amount every time we
Of
see that
royalties.
cover
We
somewhere.
want royalties.
I could
as
just
well.
Google it and steal it instead.
Yeah, like, I mean, he probably didn't have merch with that on it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Don't look at our logo.
Like-
Don't look at our logo.
Hey, your new name is Captain Bootleg, fool.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm always worried Nintendo might send us a cease and desist, but they could go fuck themselves.
But hey, check it out. We are getting close to the end of the
Aw.
show.
Wah, wah, wah.
I wish it was a little bit longer, but you know, we
See
That's
can't.
what she said.
That's true.
Hey, all good things come to an end at some point, but
True
you
that.
know,
True that.
yeah.
But we
Yeah.
did have fun.
I had fun.
We smoked weed. We got high.
Did we?
We talked.
No, he
about,
didn't. You speak for yourself.
Did you-
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't get
Dre
high?
just dabbed. He didn't smoke weed,
Yeah.
but he
That's
did.
That's why I
dab.
said we smoked weed and we also got high.
You're making me look bad.
Any,
It's
any
because you're
questions?
prejudiced against marijuana now. For all you do is that.
Hey, what's that new stuff
Yeah.
that's out now? I seen a
Crack cane.
those little crystal stuff.
It's called crack cane.
What the hell?
Live resin.
I'm out of the
Yeah.
loop. I'm out of the loop to
In crystal
millennial
form, I'm
drugs.
The diamonds?
No,
type of
those
shit?
are diamonds. It's THCA, and it's basically THC. It doesn't get you high, But as soon as you heat it up, as soon as it gets to a certain point, that THCA turns into THC.
That shit
It's
look
one of
like
the-
crystal meth.
and it's one of the
Wow.
highest forms of THC.
I'm out of the loop with millennial drugs. I really am. I don't.
That look like something you could chop it up and snort it up.
Dude, that shit is so potent
Straight.
that they go for anywhere between $80 to $100 a gram.
Man, I've heard about that stuff, man, and
Fuck
I would
that.
say kids don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Like that shit is not the tree no more. That shit is not
Yeah.
the flower anymore.
It
That
is.
shit is
It's
not
just
even
concentrated.
hashish. No. Don't listen to this
concentrated.
don't
It's
listen to this
concentrated.
motherfucker. This shit is
Exactly.
processed cessed shit. Like that shit is like processed like a motherfucker. How the fuck did they do that shit in a lab? The shit that we smoke back in the day, this shit came from outside in the backyard, in the ground, in the dirt. Now, if that shit come from a lab and then you gotta smoke that shit with a beaker and some torches, and y'all doing drogas. That shit
Exactly.
is drugs.
Hey,
that
man.
shit is,
But you gotta
that shit,
realize-
no, hold on,
but you gotta
wait, hold on,
realize,
hold on.
though.
That shit is really, you're not supposed to operate motor vehicles after you smoke that shit. That shit is, you're supposed to sit down for the rest of the night anytime you smoke any of that shit. Now, back in the day, the weed, that shit will like, you'll get like a 30-minute buzz, like, wee, cool. By the end of that 30 minutes, that shit is coming down and you're like yawning. I need munchies. After that, you kind of like shake it off. If you ate before you smoked, you don't go through none of that shit. You just like, damn, this was a great little high.
But dabs like
That's
wax,
true.
wax, shatter, all that stuff. It doesn't have chemicals. It's a process where it's
What
extracted
is
from
it?
the plant.
Process?
It's extracted from the
So you're
plant.
smoking processed chemicals.
But there's no chemicals involved in
It's
it.
the THC
Ooh.
and the CBD, the
But you're
chemicals.
not- But you're saying making it seem like the chemicals are bad.
Yes.
No, it's
It's the way
THC.
to-
It's
It's the
medicine.
way to end it off.
It's just in a concentrated
Let me
form.
ask you this.
Debates.
If there's stuff that they're extracting that they haven't acknowledged or recognized, do you think that that's healthy? The shit that they're not acknowledging, they're like, oh, there's CBD in there, there's THC over there, because we know how to look for that. All the other shit that's coming out of the process
Well, how do you
is
think
residue.
they make potent weed?
With-
all that indoor
with
shit.
chemicals.
You're still smoking it though.
Chemicals.
But the weed that's grown indoors,
Yeah.
it gets added chemicals to make it more potent. Same thing with like
Chemicals.
extracting shit.
That's why that should be like Superman.
Superman.
I thought it was just more or less because of crossbreeding between the different strains.
I think that that's cool when it's
Crossbreeding
dope.
with the people.
Like if you have a dope outdoor strain, you know that shit ain't never went indoor.
I cannot
Like-
find some good
Well,
OG
no, let me
kush
take
like
that back. If you find the
Back in the day,
a old school,
some good old milk.
Outdoor
real,
strain.
real quick. Any shout outs to anybody?
everybody and their mama and their daddies for making them, because right now we all alive, so we got to thank them for doing something stupid or something smart. Either way, we breathing right now, so we got to thank everybody that's breathing for being alive above ground and still kicking. I want to thank tomorrow for already being there so I can enjoy it when I get there. I want to thank yesterday for being there because you holding me up right now. Thank Packy Chan, Paragon, you know what I'm saying, Day One, LC, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, everybody that paid, you know, a
Dre.
little tune
You can't
in.
forget Dre.
Yeah, like,
Every day, all day.
Dre's the
Dre Day
captain.
all day.
you know what I'm saying?
Dre Day, nigga.
Dre Day all
AK,
day.
nigga.
You
Where
already
can, where
know.
can they find you at, bro?
They can find me online at Mr. Sag in my jeans. So SAG, the letter N, MY, jeans. You spell it out. I'm a public figure, I think, when it comes down to that Instagram stuff. I didn't put myself under like any other titles. You know how you get to pick, like, what are you? So I put a public figure. I don't think I'm an artist or something, but I'm an artist because I create urban underground music on beats and with cool lyrics, and then I draw. So I've been in these streets for a long time.
By the way,
Putting in that work.
that music that we played during our break was from Mr. Sag and my jeans.
Yeah, Senor Baggy
Yes.
Pantalones himself.
Yes,
And
sir.
I go back with his brother since high school.
Yeah,
so.
I've been putting in that
LC.
work.
Yeah.
Shout outs, please.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Pack and Ganja, shout out to Swinky Rag, shout out to my, my whole crew out there in Mid City. Shout out to
Midtown,
West,
stand up.
Yeah. Shout out to West Adams, the whole Crenshaw district,
Yes,
and
sir.
Super Outer
you know what I
Network.
mean. Yeah,
Lawson,
you know what I mean.
Jefferson.
Yeah. Mr. Sagging My Jeans, shout out to him.
Where can
You
they
know?
find you at?
Yeah, you can
St.
catch me on
Charles.
social media, you know, Instagram at the Soldier Don, at the Soldier Don, DASOULJAHDON. Yeah.
So with that gear,
Hey, so now.
Oh yeah. You know, I got my gear popping, my own clothing brand called News Brand.
Which I
Yeah.
rocking today.
And
Yeah.
they also
Right.
write articles, right?
Yeah.
Stuff
You know,
like that.
I got my website. My website is not only centered around my clothing brand, but it's a blog as well, where it's centered around fashion, music, and entertainment as well. So yeah, you know, I do write-ups. You know, I done written about this show at one point when Choice Arif was here. Choice Maku. Yeah, I did a song of MIE. You know, he's another Swingy Rec brethren. Yeah, you know, so
I'm
just keep
gonna need
going.
a shirt soon, bro. Double
Oh
X.
yeah,
Double X.
Double X. Hey, when I get it done, you know, I'm gonna shoot you one.
All right,
Yeah.
we did have somebody else coming in last week, but I don't think they're coming because I reached out and I haven't heard anything. So we're gonna try to find somebody else.
Is this that chick? No.
No, it was somebody else. But we might have a special guest who we were supposed to have a couple of weeks ago, but couldn't make it.
Let's not say the name because
I'm
I'm
not gonna
not.
say
Porn
the
star?
name.
Let's not say anything, but just
You know.
not bring it too much. But yeah,
We are gonna have
I'm
some
gonna
porn
look into
stars.
that because this person definitely hit me up about you know, definitely wanted to make up. So we'll see what's up. If not, you know what I mean. We might just. I'll make it special next week. Trust
Yes,
me.
sir.
We'll
Yes,
definitely
sir.
make it
Yes,
special.
sir. So shout out to everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Sweet Life X Tracks. Shout out to all my babies out there that I don't
Yeah.
know about. Shout out to
Wow.
my unborn son who's on his
Yeah,
way.
unborn son.
Yes, sir.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? My little boy Ethan.
Yes.
Ethan Christopher. See you soon, January 9th.
You better take-
January 9th, really?
Ethan
January
Christopher
9th.
Chan.
Is he gonna take my birthday, man?
When is your birthday?
The 17th.
January 17th?
Yeah.
No, he's not. She's gonna be born January 9th.
You sure?
Not really, because first they say it was
If
on
he's
the-
born on my birthday, you gotta let me have him.
You're stupid.
That's the rules.
They said first he was gonna be in the 12th and the 10th, now the 9th. So who knows? Maybe he may be born on my dad's birthday on the 7th.
He'll be the mascot. He'll be the mushroom.
I'll dress him up as a mushroom. My girl said, "Fuck no." She ain't gonna know that. All right, y'all. See you guys next week. Same time,
Yeah.
same channel. Peace out.
Peace. 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 Peace.